This video is showing a saw that is going up in between the front teeth. Now we're basically going to create a little bit of gap in between those two front teeth so that we can move all of the teeth into the proper position so you get straight teeth. And it is actually not that big of a deal because you have a lot of enamel on the front teeth. You have approximately 1.5 millimeters to 2 millimeters of enamel in between your front teeth. So if we're shaving maybe 0.4 millimeters, in this case, maybe more like 0.2 or 0.3 millimeters, that's 0.15 millimeters on either tooth that you're shaving down. So if you're doing the math, 1.5 millimeters of enamel on the one tooth, 1.5 millimeters enamel on the other teeth, minus 0.3, minus 1.5 millimeters, it's actually not doing very much damage to the teeth, but it actually looks like that when you're watching this video because who wants their teeth shaved if you're not getting a good result? Just to be real honest with you, in general, we don't like doing this on the front teeth. I will always try to do this on the back teeth because the back teeth a lot of times have crowns and fillings, and I don't mind shaving a little bit of a filling versus the front teeth. In this case, this patient may have fillings on their back teeth, but their front teeth do not have any. So shaving down natural enamel is not my number one thing to do, and I don't actually really like doing that. So it's a little bit cringy for me to watch. Number two is, a lot of times I'll actually put a little wedge in between the two front teeth so I can move those teeth apart. Also, so I don't hit the gum when I'm drilling down on this little drill. I'd also replace that drill because that thing is wobbling a little bit too much. You can see this in slow motion. Sometimes I can see with my bare eye, but I don't like reusing these or sterilizing these too many times because if they get bent, then that is actually going to ledge your tooth, which is the worst fear that I have as a general dentist. Now, if you were a patient watching this and you were just scared to death of this happening, do it on the back teeth and not the front teeth, but ask your dentist if you can just avoid doing this. Sometimes you can actually avoid doing this altogether by what is called extruding of what is called relative intrusion of the teeth, which is a fancy word for just flaring the teeth out. A lot of times if you expand the teeth and you flare the teeth out, you don't actually have to do this reduction, this IPR in between the teeth, and it's a clear alternative to just sawing in between the teeth. Now, sawing in between the teeth is a quick way to close the teeth, but it's not always the best. I've never had a patient that has a tooth sensitivity afterwards. This is totally safe to do, but it's just less conservative of doing it this way. Maybe it's a little bit quicker, but I don't like doing this. I used to do this. I don't like doing this in my private practice anymore just because I don't want to ledge the teeth. And it's just really weird the first time you're doing Invisalign and you show up and your doctor's like, hey, let's do Invisalign. And by the way, you're gonna pay all this money and we're gonna saw your teeth, and it's nothing that people really like because you can just smell that tooth smell, and it's just kind of a weird reaction I get from people, and I don't generally enjoy doing that. And it's kind of nerve-wracking, to be honest with you, just shaving in between the teeth. But anyway, that's why we do this. But hopefully you learned why we do this, why there is some alternatives to doing this, and if you're getting Invisalign, your doctor may recommend IPR, and now you know what IPR is, and you can have a clear explanation and a clear conversation with them before you do Invisalign of, hey, I want to do Invisalign, but I do not want to saw my teeth and do what is called IPR. I'm just a dentist, and thank you all for watching this video.